So I'm going to do a review on the Porter Cable table saw, model number PCX362010. First up, I want to point out is the stand. Now the stand, this is foldable, where these two pieces just come in together, and this mounts to the table saw underneath here with these little screw-in bolt things or something like that, and it hooks right to the saw, and it's really sturdy, and it doesn't really move around that much when you're cutting wood. Moving up on the saw, of course, you got your power switch here, which is fairly big for it, so you can turn it on. You can hit it off with your knee, kind of, if you need to. And then you got your blade height knob here, and then also you got your bevel adjustment where you unlock it, and then you can move it over to different spots. And then on the side here, you got your storage for your blade wrenches, where you just take a wing nut off, and you got both your blade wrenches here, right here, just good to go, so you won't lose them. Then up here on the side here, you got a little bit more onboard storage. You got a storage for the push stick, so it's right here, and then you can grab it, push your wood through, and then you can put it back here on the side. If I can get it in there. There we go. And that's really nice because you can't lose the push stick. Next up is the fence. Now this fence has a really kind of cool mechanism on the top to lock it. You press this button to unlock it, and then you push this in to lock it. It's really easy to do it. And then you got your scale down here for ripping, or your rip scale. And the nice thing is about this scale was this was already perfectly adjusted for my cuts. I didn't have to move this around, but if you need to, you can move this around, where you just unscrew this little screw, move it to wherever it is, and then you can adjust this fence, like back here, that nut there, you can tighten that up to tighten it if it needs to hold stronger. And this thing, it slides pretty decently, if you do it right. And then the way to keep it parallel to the blade, I've noticed, is you just push it up against this rail here, your fence rail, and then as you push it and lock it down, and then you're good to go. I don't really know how to adjust it because it didn't show it in the manual, but I didn't really need to adjust it at all because that angle iron was perfectly square. And I would say this is kind of like a Biesemeyer fence, probably, except it's not. It's kind of like the opposite of a Biesemeyer fence, because you'd have to flip this to go inside the rail and then go across like that, but it's still pretty good. It's, that's what you get like on more of these inexpensive saws like this. Alright, so now with this miter gauge, it is pretty good. It has play in it, of course, because it's an inexpensive table saw, so it's not going to be perfect, but it's not too bad. It slides really nicely, and if you line this thing up with the blade at 90 or 45, whatever you're doing, as long as it's tuned up for that, it will be pretty solid. Like when I cut a 90-degree cut, or 0-degree cut, it was perfectly straight. And so yeah, it's not too bad, but you can if I can unlock it, jeez, there we go. If you can, and then when you unlock it, you can do your angle cuts here like that, and then lock it back in, and then push it through, and then there you go, good to go. Okay, so I wanted to show you how easy it is to take off all this safety stuff on here. So with this blade guard, all you're gonna do is flick up this lever here, and then pull up the arms, and then just remove it from the riving knife. And then the anti-kickback purls, you just press that button there. See that button? There, press that in, and it'll pop right off. Then with the riving knife, you have to remove the insert plate, and then flick that lever up, and then it just comes out when you you have to pull it over to the right, and then you can pull it right out. But I usually, most of the time, always will have at least the riving knife on, but I always have everything on. But if you don't use anything else, always use the riving knife, because it's the best safety feature to keep wood from touching the back of the blade to not cause kickback. And right here you got your blade, your bare blade, after I just took off this stuff here. You got your blade. Now this is a 24 tooth blade that came with the saw. So this insert plate is really easy to take out. Now this is what it looks like down in the, like where the blade is here. So you got your arbor, your blade here. You got your riving knife back here, which you can take out fairly easy, and then it's just as easy to put it back in. All you have to do is, if you find it, then all you have to do is get it in there, pull it to the right, and then you can push it down there, and then you're good, and then you can just lock it down, and then, yeah, it's good to go. Then, this is what it looks like when you bevel it, like that. You know, not really anything cool with the beveling, but just want to show you that. Alright, so I just want to show you how easy it is to replace everything, all the safety stuff. So this riving knife, if it was uninstalled, all you do is, if it was locked down like that, you just flick it up, the lever up there, and then get your riving knife to slip in there. Sometimes you gotta kind of move it around to find it. There you go. You just gotta pull it over to the right to unloosen it, and then install it wherever you need it to be, and then make sure it's locked in place. There we go. Lock it down and reinstall our throat plate, and then we're going to take the anti-kickback purls. We're going to press this button in to install it. So I'm going to press this button in, push it down, let go of the button, and it's locked in place. Then with this blade guard here, there's those grooves here. We're going to line it up with this back part of the riving knife there, and you want to make sure that this lever here isn't pressed down when you're doing this at all, which it usually just springs back up. But just slip this on the riving knife. Let's see if I can do this on my first try. There we go, I did. And then after you get it lined up, push this down, and then it's in there, and then you're good. Now, so how much power this particular saw has? It's about 15 amps, and it has 5,300 RPMs. And now you may be wondering is if I would recommend this table saw, and yes, I would, because it's a really nice table saw for the money. You're getting your money's worth with this table saw. You're not throwing your money away for a really cheap table saw. It's poorly designed. I think that this is really awesome, and it's amazing, I think, for a really inexpensive price, and it has very nice features on it, I think, at least. So yes, I would recommend this. So hopefully this video was useful to you, to give you a suggestion of buying for a table saw you can buy. And if you did find it being useful, then leave a like down below, and I invite you to subscribe. And I'll see you in the next video. Thanks for watching.